let's talk about all the ways you can make more money this year without actually having to go out and shoot more as a photographer. And yes, this is 100% possible. A lot of my students have been doing this, and I think 2020, man, for a lot of people, but 2020 was the wake-up call for photographers, I think in particular, that we need to have more revenue streams, right? We need to have more going on than just leaving our house and taking pictures as our sole way of making money. And so that's what got my gears turning a little bit, thinking about this video, thinking about how can I help you in 5 different easy ways without telling you to go get a day job, because that is cheating, right? That's not what I'm gonna tell you. How can I help you make more money this year without relying on having to shoot more or as much? Because I know a lot of photographers are not working as much, and they really need to maximize the shoots and the events that they are shooting. So that's what we're gonna get into today. Super excited, so let's dive in. So if you're new here, hi, I'm Joy. I help photographers step into the role of photo boss and actually get paid and grow as photographers through weekly videos here on my YouTube channel, but also a community called Photo Boss with Joy Michelle over on Facebook. So I will link that down below if you're interested in joining. It's an amazing, amazing community. And something big that I talk about here on my channel is how to build a smart business, how to build a business that pays you, that you'll still have free time and you won't get burnt out, right? And so what a perfect video to align with that, because today's video is going to be all about ways you can make more money without having to shoot more. So number 1, let's dive into the first way you can make money without shooting more. And I think this is probably the most obvious, but I kind of want to unpack this a little bit and give you some tips for success. Now, the first way you can make money is by offering your clients prints, products, and albums, right? So by offering albums, you're going to be able to increase your bottom line per customer that you work with. You could have products in your galleries such as canvases, metal prints, boxes of prints, and albums. And if you're interested in how you can get started with albums, I actually have a video all about that, about how to increase the amount of albums you sell overall, where to talk about this, how to talk about this, and how to go back to your previous clients and tell them, hey, I have albums for sale. And I have a video on the design process. So if you're completely new to products, you're saying, yes, I need this, I need to figure out a way to offer more to my customers when I take their portraits or I shoot their weddings or whatever it is that you're doing, then this is gonna be a perfect place for you to start. So I'm gonna link those down below for you to get started with products. But the easiest way to start this is by circling back to the clients that you've already worked with. I think that that is the easiest sell. So I wouldn't even wait until you have more stuff booked or the next client you work with. I would decide what products you're gonna add to your offerings, and then I would go back to your previous clients and say, hey, I have this product. Do you want it? Here's how you can get it. And I think that has been one of the easiest and quickest ways that my students have gone back to their photography clients and made money this year when they weren't shooting much at all. So circling back and pitching your products like albums or prints to your previous clients is one of the fastest ways to get money back in your bank when you're not shooting much at all. But it's also a great way to just increase the bottom line of your overall sales. So if you're feeling like, okay, I can't take on this many events, which is how many events I would have to do to make this much money, you have to increase the average sale for each one of those transactions, right? Prints, albums, products, best way to do that, easiest. Second way to make money is through affiliate marketing. This is when you are leveraging your blog, your social media, and your audience as a whole to talk about something that you use and love that your audience might also use and love. That's the key. Can't just talk about anything, right? They have to care about it. So a great question to ask yourself is, do I have a product or service or an outfit or, a software, an app on my phone that my audience would also love to hear about? And do they have an affiliate program? So lots of companies have affiliate programs where if you just use their link, they'll give you a commission. This can really add up, and it's something that not a lot of photographers are fully leveraging. I think they kind of leave that to the small business educators or somebody who's like me who talks a lot more to photographers. But you're leaving money on the table if you're not strategically thinking through how you could be leveraging affiliate links and affiliate income in your business. The other obvious way to start this is to sign up for Amazon affiliates. This is such an easy way to link to things that you use and love either in your household, your business. or really like books you love, anything in between. And the cool thing about Amazon is that if you start somebody's shopping experience, so if I send you to a link and I say, I love this book, you have to read this, and you click on that, but you buy 3 other things while you're there, and you're like, oh, I really needed to get a refill of this thing for my kitchen, and I need to get this, and I need to get this. Well, you actually get the commission for the whole thing, or in this instance, I would get the commission on everything that you bought during that shopping experience because I started that shopping experience. So as you can imagine, this can actually lead to some pretty serious revenue. So if you haven't explored affiliate income in your business, you should be considering affiliate marketing. Okay, so the third way you can make money with your photography is that you can actually sell your images or license them to be used on a site like Shutterstock or Adobe Stock or Alamy. And all of these sites, if you look at them and check them out, you can see what kind of images they're looking for, how to upload your images and license them, and then get paid for letting other people use them. So there are photographers who have built entire business models around licensing their images and using them on sites like the Shutterstock, like the stock photography websites, licensing them out. This is an entire revenue stream for a lot of commercial photographers. But I think it's something that we should be thinking about if we've ever, taken food photography, commercial photography, portrait photography, or especially landscapes and like still life, that kind of stuff. Those images do really well on sites like Shutterstock. So to look at all of the fine details of this and see how it's possible for you, and if you could start selling your images, start checking out some of the links that I have below, like Shutterstock and Adobe Stock, and see what the criteria are, because it's something that you could get started on right away that could actually generate income for you in your business now, of course, without having to actually go out and shoot more. The next way you can make money is by offering your services as a post-production editor. So you could do retouching or full image editing, either in Adobe, Photoshop or Lightroom. And I think this is an interesting one to consider because this is very likely something that you already do. It's a skill set you already have and it's something you're good at. So you could stay home, safely indoors, in your pajamas, and edit for someone else in another part of the world that still needs editing services that could make you money without you having to leave and shoot. I think a really great way to start this is by promoting this on your social media or inside of Facebook groups with other photographers, talking about how your rates would look and how you'd be willing to edit and do some post-production for other photographers. I think reaching out to other photographers and being in other photography-minded communities are a really great place to start with this. But image editing is huge, and I know that for a lot of photographers, this is a whole nother income stream inside of their business. In fact, it has become some photographers that I know, it became their whole business, just deciding to make the shift and work exclusively on editing for photographers. So you can add in a little bit of this, add in a little bit of that, and create these revenue streams for yourself in your business so that when there are slower months or you're not booking as much, or crazy things like things that happened in 2020 and beyond, really, we're still living it. If that happens, you still have options for income. So the fifth way to make money is to start a print shop on your website. Now, odds are, I bet you have some really beautiful images. Maybe you've taken travel images, or you just have incredible work that would make beautiful art in someone's home if you were to print it. Maybe you put it into a canvas or you put it into a frame or something like that. So many photographers have started their own private print shops where they would sell this on their website to, their own audience, maybe their email list, their social media following, and really just anyone that's inside of their audience, and let them know that they could buy these images. And the pros to this versus licensing your images or using them for stock photography is that you are in full creative control of how the images are used, what you're charging, what those commissions are, and your profit looks like, and so on and so forth. Now, if you're thinking, okay, definitely interested in selling my prints, I have some beautiful images that would be perfect to put on someone's wall, but a little intimidated to start that on your own website just because of all the logistics, Etsy is another option to get started right away, get a fairly decent commission, and have very little setup or technical setup when it comes to starting a print shop. So I'm curious, did any of these 5 ways to make money without actually having to shoot more surprise you, or are you actually leveraging any of these currently? I really, really want to hear from you guys. Drop me a comment. Let's keep the conversation going. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did, hit the thumbs up button and consider subscribing, and I will see you next week. Bye, guys.